But the reality is this, is it's not just that there has been compromise based on fear of man, which is bad enough. And I think we're seeing a lot of that. But there's also been some very deliberate entanglement with secular left organizations taking their funding, doing their bidding. So what we're seeing is evangelical front groups being established to push progressive policies into churches, into ministries. And to give you just one example that really kind of makes me laugh a little bit, but also cry a little bit, is looking at, for example, Baptist Press, ERLC, some other organizations saying, no. This evangelical immigration table never took money from George Soros. That's a conspiracy theory. And that was very much promoted in what you would call the evangelical establishment, that bad actors were just pushing this conspiracy theory. Well, when you dig down in it, what you find is, one, this organization, the Evangelical Immigration Table, is housed in the National Immigration Forum. And so when I dug down, you find out that not only does George Soros's foundation in its own documents admit that, yes, we gave money to this program that the Evangelical Immigration Table is a part of, they specifically cite evangelicals and Southern Baptists. They celebrate the fact that the National Immigration Forum got us access to this group that we really wanted to co-opt to get this policy passed. So there's really no question that it's happening. And I could give you examples on any number of fronts. What we found then is that this money from George Soros was absolutely going to it. So it wasn't just that they took money from George Soros for this project that the Evangelical Immigration Table was involved in. It was then that they did what you had to call was an AstroTurf campaign to lie about the fact that they were taking this money. So we know, of course, it is an election year, and the after party was started in late 2023. This is what you might call a Bible study curriculum designed to be brought into churches and Christian ministries and onto Christian college campuses to teach believers how to better engage with politics. Now, let me tell you who created this curriculum. Russell Moore, who is, of course, a confirmed never Trumper, David French, who recently endorsed Biden over Trump, and Duke Divinity professor Curtis Chang, who is himself a Democrat and never Trumper. So when you look at this curriculum, you go, one, it clearly has only one political point of view. So the idea that it is nonpartisan is undermined just by virtue of who created this program. And then second, when you look at who is funding the program, you go, it's not Christians. So this Bible study curriculum on politics that's being brought into churches was not funded by Christians. It was funded by Rockefeller Philanthropy Advisors, so the Rockefellers. The after party also took funding from the Hewlett Foundation, which, if you're not familiar with them, they are the second largest funder of Planned Parenthood in the country. So try to imagine why, if you are supposedly Bible-believing Christians who are really just concerned about political polarization, why are you taking money from people like that to create this program to bring into churches? There's a few issues that it says are not complex. And one of them is systemic racism. It argues that America is still systemically racist and that Christians have a biblical obligation to vote to address that problem. What they don't have a biblical obligation to vote according to is abortion. So if they're telling you that systemic racism is the issue that you must vote on, but abortion, that's a complex issue. And David French says in this that you should run from anyone who tells you how to vote on that issue. It's very clear who they're trying to get you to support, or at the very least, they're trying to suppress the traditional evangelical vote that is very motivated by issues like protecting the cause of life, which they should be from a biblical perspective.